Hey, it's River. I was just inspired to make a video because I had a session with my psychiatrist tonight, or today, earlier around 1500, 3 o'clock. And it didn't really go in the direction I wanted it to go in. It wasn't bad, but throughout the whole session, I could feel Buzz and someone else, I'm not sure, just crying heavily and wanting to speak, but no one came forward, and I've continued to feel that way throughout the night. And I admittedly had a few cocktails because I don't know what else to do when I feel this feeling of someone else's trauma and someone else's deep-rooted sadness that I don't feel connected to, but still wants to get released somehow, I guess. And so I wanted to talk about some of the dissociative aspects of what it's like being a host. Some of those being how I have the flashbacks of Zendaya and Buzz, and I just don't know how to feel about those things. So Zendaya and Buzz even have had specific flashbacks of our abuser who's still in our lives. And to me, those things feel unreal, or I have a hard time connecting to. Like, it almost kind of feels like I know it happened, but it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it happened to me, or it doesn't feel like, it just doesn't feel real to me. I don't know how else to say it. And I know I made that video speaking to there was suppressed trauma. Honestly, don't remember what else I said in that video besides me talking about suppressed trauma, so excuse me if I repeat some of those things again, but I don't know, I'm having these flashbacks, and I'm having this reality that I went through this trauma, and it's like, what's being done about it? Because nothing's being done about it myself. I have a system, but the system isn't sharing any information with me or any awareness to what have happened or how I should feel about these things. And I shouldn't blame the children, because so far who have come forward are Zendaya and Buzz, and they're both children, especially to me. Like, Zendaya's 14 and like I'm 29, like that's a fucking child. But it's like, I don't know, like there's only so much I can do if I don't have the memories. And there was a point when Zendaya was having trauma flashbacks while she was fronting that oh my god, my dog and my cat are beside each other, they're gonna lose their fucking minds. Stay cool. Stay cool. But there was a point when there was a period where Zendaya was getting vivid flashbacks, and she even tried to like torture me with those flashbacks. She drew those flashbacks out, and I was not in okay space at all. I was fucked up from that. Excuse my swearing. So I think those are why all of us who have fronted are losing the pieces of that history of ourselves, and why Zendaya is probably feeling how I feel, just disconnected from it all. And I suppose that's what I want to talk about, how like, I don't know if this is unique to the introduction period of being a DID system and being a host who's aware of your system, if that removal of that trauma is unique to me, or if that's standard for all Flash like systems. I know some systems like the host, I don't know, because for us it's like I think I'm pretty much always co-conscious, or at least co-observing, as the ring system put it. I don't think I tagged them in the last video, so I'll tag them in this video of the layers of dissociation. I think I'm always like observing. So I'm not sure if that's why when they front, they slowly start to lose those memories when fronting. Or if I'm just making this all up. I don't know. I feel so lost and I feel so alone in this. But yeah, I don't know if that's just standard for all systems, because I guess I just don't really have that many systems in my life, or any, I should say. But it seems like when I've heard other systems talk about their experience, it's like the host doesn't really know of the trauma and probably doesn't know throughout the whole life of their system. And I think as myself, as the host and whatever, you know, I need these memories back. I wish my system would give me these memories back. And it feels very isolating, because like my psychiatrist has asked twice now since he's come back from his leave, as I mentioned, or we've mentioned that he's been on leave. He's asked twice. He's like, well, what do you want out of like your mom and your family knowing of your trauma? Like, what are you hoping to get out of that? And I don't have a clear answer to that question. It's like, yeah, of course I want my abuser to fucking be out of my childhood home and out of the home of my mother. And I want my abuser to basically die on the streets. But will my mom ever do that? Probably not. Will anyone do that in my family? Probably not. So I'm left with this feeling that no matter what I want, it's not gonna happen. So I don't know. It's like all this suppressed childhood trauma is like, and if I keep telling myself, if I just had the memories, I would fight for myself harder. I would do this harder. I would do that harder. I would advocate for myself. I would be so much stronger. But if that is that even true? Who knows? So it's just like, it doesn't feel like anything's ever gonna happen. So how is this strength gonna come from me? I don't think it ever will. Because I don't think anyone or myself is ever gonna ask for it. I just feel alone in this. And I know I'm not alone. But at the same time, I kind of am. Because who else is a system that's going through this that I know about? No one. Who else is anyone going through suppressed trauma that I know about? No one. I don't remember what the beginning of this video was about, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it's just hard. I think I make these videos to reach out for people, but I'm not trying to like what is that word? Sensationalize it? I don't think that's the word, but I'm gonna say it's the word because you probably know what I'm talking about. It's like, I'm not trying to make it seem cool or anything, and I know that I have DID or OSDD in every video title, and I'm gonna probably stop doing that, but I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's interesting. I just wish people would talk to me, I guess. Not that I'm trying to guilt anyone into making a comment, but I don't know, I just feel so isolated in this. I don't know, it's tricky, because like there's days where like, so the internal communication is just like thoughts, but they're not thoughts that sound different from mine. They're not like voices. And I kind of have to like think, oh, who's saying that? Who's saying this? And sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm just making this all up. Like, yeah, Derek's saying that. Yeah, Zendaya saying that. Yeah, Brielle saying that. Yeah, right. You're just fucking crazy. Not to use the crazy word. But yeah, there's times where I feel like I'm just making it all up. And, I just wish I had, as a host, more concrete, undeniable proof, I guess. And there is no, like, my alters are literally making videos. Like, how much more proof do I need? I don't know. Like, it's like, get it through your head. This happened to you. I guess that's the whole point of this video. It's like not accepting childhood trauma. And like, I always knew my abuser was physically abusive and emotionally abusive and like, or psychologically abusive or whatever, but like, the sexual abuse thing is really throwing me for a loop, and that's what I'm like, maybe it was just physical abuse. But like, it seems pretty obvious that there is some sexual abuse involved. It just feels like it's not real to me. Like, none of this is real to me. I don't know how to make it get in my head that this is real, this happened. There's nothing you can do about it. Because it happened. I'm just having a hard time accepting it all and having a hard time believing it. Because like I said, you know, my alters are making videos. There's no reason for me to deny the DID anymore, but a part of me still does. And I know that like a big part of DID is denying that it happened. I just wish. I don't even know. I don't remember what I talked about at the beginning of this video. It's all gone to me. I don't remember how I started this video or what. It's just dissociating. I guess this video is just about dissociating from trauma. Because even my sister even said she thinks it happened to her, and my other sister is a whole other story, but the one sister I feel like I can trust has talked to me about how she feels like it happened to her too, but she doesn't really want to dive into that any further than that. And I don't know how she's so okay with just not knowing. I feel like it's eating me up inside. My septum is crooked. And I kept noticing that, and I'm sure you noticed that in the video too, but yeah. Is there any way to ever really know trauma happened when you're not getting those memories back? I guess not. I don't want to continue to invalidate the parts of this mind and body that happened to. The alters, or whatever word they're not, I don't know, I don't like calling them alters because I don't want to invalidate their existence, because their existence kept me alive. I don't know, I'm trying, I noticed the time, it says it's 15 minutes in. I don't want to drag this video out, so I'll probably end it here with just a summary of, I don't know what to do about trauma I dissociate from, I guess. Thanks for listening.